Yeah, hi there. These comments are for OU. I'm just using the letters, the initials of your first and last name, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the TOEFL online course, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And let's take a look at your situation. So, and thank you. Happy New Year to you. So you said, my problem is so complex, it's giving me sleepless nights and headaches. Even as I'm writing to you, I've tried to take my mind out of studying or further my education, but can't. My level of intellect is low, but I know I will improve if I've been coached well. I took the TOEFL September 2013 for the first time, and you said that you scored, don't forget your past tense there, you scored 48. You say, I want to retake my test in March. So this is March 28th. You want to get a score of 71, right? So you say, I'm ready to register but need special attention in all the sections. Alright, let me tell you a little bit about my course, then you can make a decision if the course is right for you. So first of all, you have roughly, what do we have here? We have about 2 months, right? 60 days. And more than likely, I'm going to be honest with you, 60 days is probably not enough time for you to reach your goal. You're looking at a little over 20 points, right? And your score is already pretty low. So here are my recommendations. I think you're probably looking at 3 to 5 months. There's really a few things that you want to do during this time to get ready. And the first thing is, try to relax a little bit. You're stressed out a lot, and I'll be honest with you, if you're stressed a lot, it's difficult to have productive study because you're worrying so much. Now, you got to believe this. First of all, you can pass the TOEFL test. You will. You can reach your goal of 71. Thousands of students do this. You can do it. It's just a matter of time and following a plan and making sure you're practicing every day, but you can do this. Now, if you believe it, that helps reduce your stress a little bit, right? Okay, here's my recommendations. I'm going to recommend right now, I think that you probably need at least 3 months. So if possible, if you can postpone your test in March, maybe wait till April 28th, that's probably a better strategy for you. Now, of course, keep in mind that once you make your payment and you become one of my students, you will have complete unlimited access to all of my lessons. That means all the vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, reading, listening, writing, and speaking lessons, right? My study guide is simply a recommendation of different lessons that you can follow for the next 90 days. I'm not saying you have to follow it. If you want to just work for 2 months, you can do that. But I think the 90-day study guide is going to be better because I do have a heavy emphasis on vocabulary, and that's going to be very important for you based on your current level. Alright, I will include a link at my website where you made your comments. I will include a link to my 90-day TOEFL study guide so you can take a look at that. Alright, here's my recommendations for the next 3 months. Now remember that it may take you 3 to 5 months for you to reach this goal based on your current score. So I'm not promising or guaranteeing anything. I'm just giving you my recommendations right now based on my TOEFL teaching experience. I've been teaching TOEFL since 1994. I've been teaching TOEFL online since about 2008. And I have a pretty good idea of what kinds of improvements you make. Now, first of all, I recommend at least three things each day you want to do in order to get ready for your test. Number 1, and 2 of these things do not require you to spend any money. You just have to have access to reading and listening materials. First of all, I recommend that you get in a regular habit of reading extensively. You want to read about 45 to 60 minutes every day. Read magazines, newspapers, and longer books. Secondly, also get in the habit of practicing listening every day, about the same amount of time. about 60 minutes a day. So now you're looking at 2 hours every day just practicing reading and listening. Now with listening, I'll give you some suggestions. If you have TV programs that you can watch and record, I recommend news, documentary, history, and science programs. Those are going to be very helpful. Now if you don't have access to the TV but you have access to the internet, I have 2 websites I think will be beneficial to you. One of them is called npr.org, National Public Radio. Right? So you go to npr.org and you will find a lot of listening about a lot of different things at that website, and sometimes you can find the scripts. So I think that's also important. Now the other website on the internet is going to be helpful for you. A lot of students use this to prepare for the TOEFL. It's called TED Talks. TEDTALKS. Excuse me. Excuse me. So the website TED Talks, it consists of videos of lectures from professors and business people from all over the world. TED Talks, it has the caption. You can get the subtitles in 58 different languages in all of those videos. So you can also practice your listening by going to TED Talks. Now, you want to get in the habit of note-taking when you're following my suggestions here. Focus on the main points and the most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. OU. I think that's very important. Now, using your notes, you can either speak about the reading and listening passages, or using your notes, you can write a summary about those reading and listening passages. Therefore, in addition to practicing your reading and listening competencies, you're also practicing your integrated speaking and integrated writing competencies, which is also good. Alright, let's talk about the last thing. So 1 hour reading, 1 hour listening, following my suggestions I said in the video. Now the last thing you can do obviously is begin going through my 90-day TOEFL study guide. Remember, the vocabulary words are going to take you some time to learn. There's over 1,700 TOEFL words in my course. If you learn those words, it's really going to make a very big impact on all 4 sections of the TOEFL IBT, the reading, listening, speaking, and writing areas. Right? So I'm going to recommend about 2 hours a day going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. So I think a combination of doing the reading and the listening practice and then spending about 2 hours a day at my online TOEFL course, you will begin solving your language issues. Now, one of the things I can help you with, now I do not offer personal coaching where you will see me on Skype face to face. My website's not set up like that. I'm a professor at California State University, San Bernardino. Currently this quarter I'm teaching 4 composition classes. I'm teaching 3 TOEFL preparation courses. So pretty much all during the day I'm at school with my students. Now the way that I help you is most of my lessons are self-study. So you go through my syllabus, my course outline, and you complete those lessons. And then in the case of the pronunciation, speaking, and writing lessons, you will be completing those online and then sending me links, and I will read and listen to all of those writing and speaking tasks, and I will give you comments via video or written comments. And sometimes if I get busy, one of my TOEFL IBT writing or speaking specialists will contact you and give you comments on those pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice tests. Usually I will give you comments about 24 hours after you're having completed those pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice tests. You see, so I don't have to meet with you in real time on the internet. I just score all of your practice tests the day after you're done. This is how I can offer my course so inexpensively. Alright, so if you think this course is for you and it works for you, I hope it does. I'd love to have you as one of my students. Go back over to bettertoeflscores.com and just click on the join button and you can become one of my newest students. Alright, anyway, thank you very much for your comments and all the best to your high scoring TOEFL success.